Alright, so in the process of waiting for my guys to finish removing the butcher's workshop and getting all the bones and the hooves and things that were in there out of the way so I can finish with the purification plant, the elven caravan has showed up. So, I'm going to do the same thing that I've been doing for the last couple of caravans. I'm just going to, point out that they're showing up, and cut the video, wait till they get to my trade depot. One other thing that I wanted to point out is, remember our friend the Fisher Dwarf who just stood outside and never became a member of our society? We have another one. This one is a wood burner, and he's just chilling, just hanging out here. He's been out here for a while, so he's probably gonna be the same thing. As you can see, the gate's still open. It says we have 101 dwarves, but we have plenty of room for them. Like if we go, sorry, animals. As you can see, we have plenty of room. We have 100 rooms. Not all of them are taken though, because some of these people are. Cause see, this one doesn't have an owner. This whole side looks like it doesn't have an owner, because a lot of these people are. Even though we have 100 dwarves, a lot of them are children. A lot of them are married, so people share a room. So we have plenty, and even if we didn't, we have this whole section down here. So I don't know what's going on. It's kind of a weird bug, but it's no big loss. He's just a wood burner. So whatever, not a huge deal. As you can see, this is all the stuff that was in my butcher's shop that for whatever reason they never removed and put in any of my storage bins, any of my what are those called? Stockpiles. I don't know why I forgot that. But it's all hooves and horns and skulls. There's a few bones, but not really a whole lot. So I'm trying to dump these ones to get them out of the way, because this is where I'm actually going to put my pump, is these 4 squares right here. But these other ones, the hooves and things like that, I actually have my craft store shop working on getting those out of there. Like totems use the skull, or utilize the skulls to make them, totems, and then horns, that's pretty self-descriptive. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. I'm going to let the elves come into the trade depot, and then once I've decided what we're going to take from them, hopefully they have a lot of wood this time. Even though there's a lot of wood out here, I'm getting more and more skittish about going out to collect wood with, the goblins and the thing, and other things ramping up their attacks. So hopefully the elves brought quite a bit of wood. But other than that, we'll see what happens when they get here. So see you in a bit. Alright, so I've decided not to wait for the guys to finish clearing out all these bones and things, because they should have already moved all those to a storage thing. They're not really doing anything with the totems either. So I'm thinking that might be another glitch. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just me being incompetent, and I'll work it out in a little bit as to why they're not doing anything. But so I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys real quick how I do how I'm going to build the pump. So this is the corner we're going to be pumping from. So we want to channel out right here. You can't really see it because there's a bone in the way. And this is where we're going to be pumping to. So we're going to channel out right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and hide these as well as undump them. Yeah, so we'll just hide them. So something else we're going to do is, because we're going to be pumping right here, but we don't want the water to fly off everywhere, I'm going to go ahead and build a retaining wall, basically, right here. So that when the water gets pumped in, it has nowhere to go but down, instead of all over this whole area and just flooding it. That's because we don't want that. So there's the first hole. And what we're going to want to do, because we don't want people to fall down into it, is we want a floor grate. And we're just going to put that right there. And then once the other guy shows up, we're going to put another floor grate over this one. Oop. Wrong floor grate. We don't want to use the legendary. Alright, so at this point, what we want to do is we want machine components, screw pump. Alright, and then here's where it says change orientation, and it says pump from north right now. So we want to change that, okay, where it says pump from east. So north, south, east, west. So we want to pump from east. Since this aquifer is east of this one, we want to pump from the east to the west. So pump from east. And another thing you can see is this right here has the dark one. Since this one is dark, that is the solid. Like this is the solid piece, and this is the piece where someone stands. So if you needed to pump like through a wall or something, you can actually use this part to, like, if like the wall was open up here, we can actually pump from the reservoir out into here. So like if we could use this solid piece to be like, you can't move through that. So I actually want to wait till they finish placing the floor grates before I do anything. Now the reason why we're putting floor grates is so people don't fall into the holes. Because if they fall in, then they won't be able to get out. Because I did not build an escape for them. Okay. So now we want machine components, screw pump, pump from east. And we're just going to put that dolomite block, maple corkscrew, oaken pipe section. And now we just need to wait for someone with architecture and mechanics to come and finish building this. So while we wait for that, I'm going to go ahead and actually cut the video, because that could take a while, and there's no point in you guys waiting the same time I'm waiting. So I'll be back once this finished building, and someone just gave birth to a girl. But we'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see here, we are on the trade screen with the elves. So real quick, just to kind of go through what we are trading for. Now, before, when I said the elves are a great source of wood, I was not lying. The first time they came, they had no wood, which was very weird. I don't recall ever seeing that before. I might have just not been paying attention. But here's what I was talking about. So as you can see on the first page, there's only 4 pieces of wood. But here we go. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go ahead and say 7 pages of wood, because if we count in those first 4 in this one, that makes a full 7 pages of wood. So, you know, there's that. So that's like a huge, like, it's a bunch of stuff. So anyway, I didn't really trade for any of the cages or anything like that. Again, I grabbed a bunch of alcohol, a lot of spare barrels. Grabbed some more sand, because you never have too much sand. This time I actually did trade for some cloth bins, just for a change of pace, because it doesn't really hurt to have a rotary glider. I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 bins of cloth, so not too bad. And then most I picked up some more valley herbs and a bunch of other, bunch of other, you know, wild strawberries and fisher berries and things like that. Picked up a bunch of thread, and that was it. And what we're trading for, as you can see, is like, you know, the standard stuff, like stone crafts, a lot of stuff that we looted from the goblins, cave spider silk, gloves, you know, just a lot of things. We're not trading. Actually, I suppose we could actually trade this bin because it is a copper bin. Although I'm wondering if the stuff that is whited out, if they won't accept it. Sorry, animal again. Just because it is made of wood. But these things are made out of silk and excuse me, silk and leather. So I don't know why they wouldn't take them. Well, that's a splint made out of wood, so I know why they're not going to take that. Oh, something else I wanted to show you. This green glass vial here has 25 golden sap in it, so you can see how huge of a profit margin that is. I mean, look at that. That is ridiculous. So, but yeah, so this should be it. And then they're getting a pretty big. Actually, let's go ahead and take some of these things off of here, just because they're getting so much profit. Just because, like, I don't want to risk irritating them. I'm gonna go ahead and take off all the white, the stuff that's whited out. Actually, that should be good. We'll go ahead and see if this. Okay, and they took it. And then just like last time, we're actually going to go ahead and offer them. That has a lot of green glass files in it. I don't want to trade that. We're going to go ahead. Well, no, here. That's what it is. Anything that's white, you can't offer them as tribute. They won't take it. So we're going to offer this crown, mug, earrings, and scepter. And these 2 backpacks. And we'll go ahead and offer up a mill pot too. So we'll offer these as tribute. And that should be it. Everything else we're going to go ahead and send back to our stockpiles. And we'll send our trader back. As you can also see, I still have not finished building the screw pump. I'm still waiting for someone to come up here and do that. And I've added 2 additional walls, because something that I was thinking about is if these walls are not here and we start pumping, then water can seep out of this part from a diagonal, and we don't want that. So I'm adding these 2 walls here to just kind of help with the water control. But that should be it for now. I'll come back once the screw pump is finished, and we'll see if this whole thing works. So I'll be back in a bit. Alright everyone, welcome back. So I've actually had to do this recording a couple of times because my recording software and my computer keep messing up. It is unfortunate because it's mostly my computer. My computer is very old. I do need to get that upgraded. But what's going on is it has turned summer. As you can see, it's early summer. Not a whole lot of time has passed because pretty much it's been paused the whole time as I keep trying to get this recording right. But also our pump is finished. So just to kind of really quick go over what the stuff means up here. Like inactive means the pump is not on. Total power means how much power is being supplied. Total power needed is how much power it needs to start. And stable foundation means that once we turn the pump on, it's not going to immediately fall apart. Right now it's set to it's actually set to start pumping, but as you can see right here, it says stop pumping manually. So if I hit enter, whoever is coming to start pumping, or whoever, if it's already running and I click and I hit enter, then it'll stop pumping. So what we're doing right now is we're actually just waiting for someone to come up. I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to take, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the video. And as soon as someone gets on the pump, I'll go ahead and bring it back and we'll see if this works to purify the water. So I'll be back in a bit. Alright guys, so I wasn't really paying attention, sorry about that. Someone got on and actually started pumping before I could really pay attention as to what was happening. But as you can see, this is all nasty, stagnant water in my original reservoir. And then over here, it's classified as regular water. There's also some dustings of mud, but that's perfectly fine. Well, yeah. And you can see all this stuff is damp because it's getting water on it, but... So, this looks like it's working. I'm going to go ahead and unpause it. And as you can see, the it keeps changing back and forth between the barrel icon and the square icon, so it just kind of shows that it's actually activated. So if we go to it says it's inactive. That's weird. It should say. That's weird. I don't know why it's showing that, but okay, I went too far. So as you can see, the water is moving. What is this guy? Wood burner? Yeah, the wood burner who refuses to be a part of our civilization. As you can see, he's still showing up in other. There he is, the wood burner. I spotted a kobold thief. So, he is worth something. Alright. So this is all filling up rather nicely. Once it's finished... Yeah, see, it's all at 4s and 7s. So this is filling up while this is slowly draining. What I'll probably do, I'll just go ahead and let this run, and then once I finish my well, or I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here, but once I finish all the final prep work with my well, as you can see, it's almost done. This part right here still needs some flooring. This wall needs to be finished. I'm putting a bunch of flooring down in here as well, just to, just kind of cover my bases. I'm sure it won't matter, but I just kind of want to do it just because. I also mined out this area, and I'm putting some wall around this. The only thing I'm not going to put wall around is I'm not going to dig into the pipe proper. Although I kind of want to, now that I'm thinking about it, but I probably won't. So I'll just go ahead and let that. I'll just let that finish working, and then once I decide to open this, then I still got to put in floodgate stoppers, floodgate here and a floodgate here, and then some some grates on the other sides of these doors, just to kind of stop them from, or at least a floodgate right here, really, just so I can still have my dwarves allowed access to get into this part when I need them to get in here. But other than that, that should be it for now, and I'll come back once this is finished. So, see you then. Alright everyone, so it took a while, but I think we're finally ready to open this thing up and transfer all of our water down to our hospital. So here we go. If I've done this right, this should be pretty awesome. Just gotta wait for someone to open this up. Oh, as you can see, someone is still up here pumping. He's starting to get hungry and thirsty. But this thing is completely full of water. As you can see, it's all 7x7. But see what happens. So there it goes. Awesome, and it should stay regular water. Yep. Alright. So we're just gonna kind of watch this for a little bit, just to kind of make sure that it goes. Oh, as you can see, like these little sections right here, like where it kind of branches there and there. Those are floodgates. So where if I need to, I have basically two emergency shutoffs. This one and this one. Although, they're not really going to do a whole lot, because I mean the best emergency shutoff is this one, because this one controls this pipe right here. These ones are really more for if I need a dwarf to get in through these doors to carve out or go get more stuff. Although I don't really foresee me ever having to actually do that. It's just nice to have, in case the need does arise. It's already built into the system to actually get access to the other side of this pipe or sewer system or whatever you want to call it. So water is still water. The next thing I'm going to want to do is actually remove the above ground well, so where the only well we have active is this one here in the hospital. As you can see, it's now flowing down through the pipe, and here it is filling up our bottom well. Something else I wanted to point out, I don't remember if I actually have it in the recording or not. Oh, there we go. So never mind. So we have enough dwarves now to where we actually have a mayor. And as you can see, he requires office, or decent office quarters, dining room, chest, cabinet, armor stand, and rack. Well, good thing we already prepped for that. The only thing that's not in here are some chests. So I might have some. Let's check container. I think I picked up. There's one chest for sure. No, so I have to make another chest. Alright, so here is his office. Oops, wrong button. So we want to assign it to... Where is it? That's weird. He's not showing up on here. Unless I'm blind. Chief Medical Dwarf, Broker. Huzzah! He should be at the very top. There's a militia commander. Militia captain. Weird. Well, whatever. I'll get that figured out. But, yeah. So this is moving along. And as you can see, the water is still water. No longer stagnant. So, awesome. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. And I'm going to try to figure out why the mayor is not showing up on my list. He is the mayor. Bookkeeper, ranger. Because he's one of the rangers. Yeah, this guy. Oh, something else. The mayor, from this point forward, the mayor is actually elected. So I think every year, maybe it's every season. I don't remember how often the mayor is actually elected, but so yeah. Oh, and then we have the captain of the guard, who for whatever reason the sheriff was not promoted into. So I'm gonna have to fix that too. So I'll go ahead and get that done off camera, and then I'll come back and show you what's going on. So I'll be back in a bit.